Hello my sweet friends, so this should be the last video for math today. So this says, what do you notice? What do you wonder? 9 and 4/8 minus 7/8, 9 and 4/8 minus 5 and 1/8, 9 and 4/8 minus 3 and 5/8, and 5 and 1/8 minus 3 and 5/8. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Guest teacher, if you don't mind, pause this video and then to think independently. Alright, boys and girls, so you are going to work on what you notice and wonder. So, raise your hand if you'd like to come up to the board and write something that you notice or something that you wonder. And I'm going to have the guest teacher pause the video while y'all do this notice and wonder. Alright, good discussion, guys. So we are going to look at how we can solve these without having context or using diagrams to help us. So, these are the same four expressions that were listed above. Here's one way to find the value of the first expression. Analyze the calculation. Talk to your partner about why 9 and 4/8 is written as different sums. So, I want you to have 1 minute quiet think time. So, I'm going to have the guest teacher pause the video and give you 1 minute quiet think time, and then give you 2 minutes to talk with the people at your table about why you think they took 9 and 4/8 and changed it into 8 plus 1 plus 4/8. So y'all go ahead and have that discussion. Great job on your discussion, guys. So if you said that by taking the 8 of the 9 and changing it into 8 plus 1, you decompose that number, and it helped you to think about 1 as a whole number and 1 as a fraction, and then you took those fractional amounts and you added 8/8 and 4/8 together to get 12/8. So here, the second number, you have 7/8. So below 8 plus 12/8 minus 7/8. Well, you can say 12/8 minus 7/8. I'm going to give you a second to solve that. I really don't have to give you a second, boys and girls, because they go ahead and they have what that's going to equal right here. And if you put 8 plus 5/8 together, you get 8 and 5/8. Right here it says, here are some unfinished calculations. Complete them to find the value of each difference. 9 and 4/8 minus 5 and 1/8. So they have 9 and 4/8 for the first number, and they break that into 9 plus 4/8. For the second number, they have 5 and 1/8, and they break that into 5 plus 1/8. So when you look at your fractions, can you easily subtract those fractions? Since you can, write in your notebook 9 minus 5 and solve 9 minus 5. Then solve 4/8 minus 1/8. I'm going to give you a chance to solve that. Guest teacher, if you'll go ahead and pause the video. So Ms. Hogue wants to make sure that she sticks with the colors that they have on here. So I'm going to go over and trace over the first number so that it matches what it says. So 9 minus 5. When I count to 3, I want you to tell me what 9 minus 5 is. 1, 2, 3. You are correct, boys and girls. 9 minus 5 is 4. 4/8 minus 1/8. So, I'm going to count to 3, and I want you to tell me what this fraction amount would be. 1, 2, 3. You are correct, boys and girls. Our answer is going to be 3/8. So, if I put 4 and 3/8 together, raise your hand if you could tell me what I would get. Guest teacher, will you call on a student, please? That is correct. I'd get 4 and 3/8. Alright, let's look at B. Our first number is 9 and 4/8. our second number is 3 5/8. So, with our first number, they decided to decompose the 9 wholes into 8 plus 1 plus 4/8 because our fraction with the second number is 5/8, which is bigger than the 4/8 that we had to begin with. So, what would I need to do? What would I need to subtract to get my answer, boys and girls? 8 minus 3, that is correct, and 12/8 minus 5/8. Guest teacher, if you don't mind, pause the video so they have a second to solve. Alright, guys. If you know what 8 plus 3 is, give me a thumbs up in your chest. Not 8 plus. Ooh, Miss Hoag's losing it. 8 minus 3. If you know what 8 minus 3 is, give Miss Hoag a thumbs up at your chest. 8 minus 3 is, tell me. 5. Correct. 12/8 minus 5/8. I am going to count to 3, and I want you to tell me how many 8s would be left. Alright, boys and girls, 12/8 minus 5/8 is 1, 2, 3, 7/8. So I'm going to put my whole number and my fraction back together. And I'm left with 5 and 7/8. The last one we're going to do is C. 5 1/8 minus 3 5/8. So remember, they've started this. It's our job to finish it. Looking at 5 1/8, we have a 5 in our whole number here, a 3 as our whole number for our second number. That works. We have 1/8 for our first fraction and 5/8 for our second fraction. Boys and girls, is it going to be easy for us to take 1/8 and subtract 5/8 from that, or is there something that I can do? You are correct. Let's decompose 5 into 4 plus 1 plus the 1/8 we already had. Now, boys and girls, if we think about what we know about 1 whole, how much would we need to show for 1 whole as a fraction? 4 plus, well, our denominator is 8, so our numerator has to be 8. Good job, guys. Plus 1/8. Can I add these fractions together? Absolutely I can. 8/8 plus 1/8 equals 9/8. So I have 4 plus 9/8 on my first number, and 3 plus 5/8 for my second number. Now, boys and girls, I need to solve. I'm going to take 4 minus 3 and 9/8 minus 5/8. So, guest teacher, can you pause the video, please, while they solve? And that was some quick solving, guys. Tell me, what is 4 minus 3? 1, 2, 3. It is 1. Guys and girls, what is 9/8 minus 5/8 going to equal? 1, 2, 3. It is going to equal 4/8. So if I put 1 and 4/8 together, I will have 1 and 4/8. Alright, my sweet friends, so this is going to be your job. Lynn has a strip of paper that is 7 1/4. So, first number. Miss Hogue apparently can't draw a box tonight. So our first number is 7 1/4. Our second number is 2 3/4. And we are subtracting. What is the length of the paper strip after it is trimmed? So, let's look at 7 1/4. 7 plus 1/4 makes up 7 1/4. 2 plus 3/4 makes up 2 3/4. Now, boys and girls, it's going to be your job to figure out if you need to decompose 7 or if you can just go ahead and subtract with what you have. I'm super proud of all your hard work today. I cannot wait to see you whenever I'm able to come back to school. Love you. Bye.